Hi. I'm doing something a little different in the background, behind the scenes, just structural how to get a stream up and running. So if things go weird, please tell me. But also, you are now expecting it and will therefore scrutinize everything that happens, even if it was already a problem. But you know what? That's fine. We seek problem, we destroy problem. That is how that works. Also, I'd like to point out and show for you a thing I discovered incidentally. Check out my location. I'm currently in that one mission where you get all of the survey data and steal it, and then the PCA shows up and you're like, oh hey, new opponent. But this is the very start of the mission, and I'm just standing on this pipe, but I think legally the game considers me to be falling right now, as evidenced by the fact that my energy is going up slowly and not quickly. And if I tap, I go into hover mode and there's no further problems. I untap, and it thinks I land for like a brief moment, but then decides against it. Even if I go up here and I let the full energy run out, I fall back down and I still go into this like phantom falling state. I am curious as to why the animation continually resets. There are not a lot of places in the game where you fall for a very long period of time. In fact, I can think of one. It's the Nepenthes. The Nepenthes mission. But I don't think this resetting happens. I think that it thinks I'm clipping the tanker into like barely landing, but not enough to be like landed for the purposes of landing, and then it just unlands me. It's like a Pedro spot. I can do normal things. I can shoot at angles. It doesn't turn me, but that might just be because I'm... Actually, it's not turning me at all, it doesn't seem like. I shoot backwards, it doesn't turn me! Huh. What if I do this? That turns me. That did not actually turn me. Very strange, very interesting. I'm glad I have discovered this mystery once and for all. I suppose I'm gonna have to stop now, but let me just get some good angles in case you're part of the bug hunting community and want to get some details here. I'm using the classic Lammergeier Tidewater setup. I'm on exactly these pixels. Get some good views if you want to get some good alignments everywhere. In case this is like a point precise location, but I doubt it. Like, what happens if I go over here? It stopped! Okay, we solved it. We are out of here. Let's leave. Now that we've made a new discovery that will help the greater community, I think it is time for us to go do the normal thing we usually do. At least in this today. We're at A4 hyphen. I would like to get to filling A4 hyphen. No guarantee we'll get into S rank. In fact, I don't even know if I want to. But we'll fight our fights. Rubicon Fight Club, which I am now operating, is going alright, I think. The weekend fights are consistent, managed, and generally appreciated by people. There is some action in the arena every once in a while. And I'm trying to lay the groundwork for future developments, like bringing back non-rank-based titles. And just making everything cooler, but there's also this like this underlying general sentiment of like people that I remember and I'm familiar with are leaving the game. And I'm a little sad about that. Anyway, we're fighting our first fight today. Aww. Okay, I now understand everything my opponent is doing. I should have maybe been a bit more cautious of that possibility. I don't think I mentally registered that they had a pile bunker and thought that I could take my time with my damage advantage. I'll play a bit more loose and fierce now. Energy recharge, they're coming in for the attack. There we are. Getting warmed up. Also, I lost to somebody that I previously beat before in the arena, so I suspect I am out of practice. Another reason why I'm doing this today. Ha! You missed! They don't got time to follow up on that, and I hit a pillar. Running out of energy. I'm gonna walk forward to dodge these missiles. There we go. Okay, back in it. Breaking the rust off, becoming optimal once again. It's not gonna be as quick as one battle. It's a progressive process. Always. Everyone taking those few steps forward, every step they can step. I don't know why I'm trying to be motivational this early. Nothing's happened yet. It's fine though. You get into the Armored Core ranked routine and you just start chilling out. I don't remember how many reasons I've listed already, but N+1 reason I'm doing this today is I'm wondering if that I can reasonably go straight from this stream to hosting the Fight Club, because I usually Fight Club host, you know, starting the day before the actual real air quotes Fight Club day, which is nominally Saturday, but I always start it early just so I can have extra time. Oh, hey, look, it's a rematch. And since I've been starting the lobby earlier and earlier in the previous day, which is Friday, which is today, I thought maybe I could stream Armored Core and then just go straight from streaming Armored Core into the lobby stream. I don't know the details yet. I'll decide them when I'm done with this stream, how that'll work. You know, experimentation. Okay, I missed with most of that, but we're gonna reset and be fine. The counter, I don't know if I have the assault armor to break that, but I don't need it. Good dodge. There were some problems there. And then they solved those problems by walking in slowly. I think I've been playing too many games that require me to constantly think about what I'm doing at any given time. I have a single moment of nothing going on, waiting between two fights, and I suddenly don't feel like I have anything to talk about. Oh my goodness, it's a three-peat. In the case of Encounter, not necessarily in the case of my victory. Though I do feel bad for this individual having to face me 3 times in a row when I have a very definitive advantage. I think they really need to adapt. Staying passive in the back lines, I don't think gives them any ability to hit me. I think they need to, like, double up commit to aggression. Good use of cover, though, I will admit. Does seem like there is more aggression. Oh! Nice reversal! There's movement. There's change. There was a very committal assault boost forward there. I dodged forward, but they kept going. That's the kind of changes you gotta make. Maybe missile and assault boost forward at the same time. That's something I see a lot of open faith shotgunners do. Still good use of cover on the initial. Decent hits in. Keep it moving. There is some oppression they can lay down. Like, I gotta dodge these. It's just, there's gotta be some way to sort of stitch it all together into a winning move, and I'm just not sure what it is. That was pretty good. Bit late on the draw, but that was a good idea. Okay, for the sake of the well-being of the individual I am fighting right now, I am going to manually invoke my own RNG manipulation, just to ensure that I don't have to fight them again. But more importantly, that they don't have to fight me again. Let's go fight, I guess Michigan. We don't usually fight Michigan for these. It's either Freud or Echo. But that's because they're at the bottom of the list. They're the default option if you're this far into the arena. Oh, you missed. Boom! Oh, not bad if I do say so myself, and I am. This is Michigan, though. Alright, we resume. Hopefully, time has passed. Matches have progressed. The alignment has shifted. We should have a new opponent going into this one, unless ranks today is just really, really empty, or we're really unlucky and they also did a similar RNG manipulation. I don't know if RNG manipulation in the way I do it is common for the rest of the world. I wouldn't know. But it does seem to have worked. Double shotgun. Mid to lightweight. Oh, I mean, I guess midweight. I don't think midweight's that big of a thing. There's just a broad range of light-ish weight, and then there's the heavyweights. I think this has something to do with the speed profiles of boosters. Alrighty. I like the stance we're doing. I wasn't expecting me to miss with the explosive thrower, and I wasn't expecting my assault armor to take so long for me to activate. It got close there, but the moment I activated it and they committed to being close is the moment I won. Okay, that's a fair trade. Okay. Fun fight. Now we have to wonder if we're going to be fighting this person repeatedly over and over. And the answer is no. Reverse joint, long-range projectile. Well, like, kinetic projectile, I mean. Interesting. Am I to imagine this is some kind of mid-range kite? Is there a melee weapon in reserve somewhere? I don't know. Yeah, they definitely look like they want to be at long range. Good so far, though. Ooh, nice use of the pillar. But yeah, they're just long range, all range. Okay. Okay, it's gonna be a matter of who hits first. I have the advantage because of the true nose. And I won because of it. This is why I particularly like the True Nose as my back weapons. It gives me a pretty reliable long-range chip option. It means that there's no range where I'm completely incapable of fighting back. My general evasiveness means that there's like no range where I can't also dodge. That was a good hit on my part. So they're very, very, very evasive. I think what I'd like to do is try and get them to almost stagger while I'm close to them. So I'm going to try a bit to close the gap more aggressively. This might be a bit too risky, but it seems like if there's one thing they have a weakness for, it's getting stuck on terrain. Like that worked quite well. So close. I think I'm understanding something. One of the reasons I was told to switch to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 booster over my general pick is because its quick boosts are longer, and on a heavier Tetra that's used as like an entire means of getting close to an enemy. So near the end there, I tried that. I just tried quick boosting a lot, and I did get quite close. I wonder if I should use that more often. Quick boosting as a way to get in. Not really a fan of burning through my energy that fast, but I think there's possibilities. Okay, quad shotgun! I don't see that a lot anymore. And usually it's Zimmerman Haldeman from when I've seen it. This is Zimmerman Sweet 16. Cool. I'm gonna go this way. I'm still in their parking spot. I missed. Pretty good. I'm gonna go this way. Yeah, they're no longer using that building. Dude, slow. That was intense. For the milliseconds involved, that was very intense. Fun. Oh boy. Now I don't oh, hey, it's a rematch. I don't exactly recall, but I think the ranks reset in like a few weeks. I think that's correct. I know I tried to make a note of it at some point, but I'm not looking at that note. There you are. Good trade. Things are trying to learn the lesson that cover isn't going to work with me. Good. Oh, very intense opponent. I think this opponent intimidates me. Probably because they're a numbered S rank in teams. So it means that even if I am winning, I feel like it's razor thin. If I make one mistake, I'm done for. Which is fun. You know, until I stop winning. Three for three. Wait a minute. No, yeah, 3. Same map as last time. Maybe we should seed the RNG. I'm not exactly certain I'm enthusiastic to fight the same opponent 3 times in a row. In any situation. Provided the results of the first 2 matches were the same. Also, I could use a rest from this intense of an opponent. Oh! That was a combo! That was an intense combo. I think my opponent thinks that they have more of an advantage using cover than they actually do. And now they've realized this, and now they are fighting me directly. Unfortunately, it's still not going too good for them. Uh-oh. Yep, I hit a wall. And now they're learning. They're learning that open air is actually better for them. Now this means I won't have to engage. They'll come to me. But it does mean that I'm at risk of missing. You know, good exchange, good exchange. Actually getting harder to hit. Uh-oh. Oh! Oh, close. You know, the result of the match has changed. I think I don't want to RNG anymore. They've adapted. Now I must adapt. It's my turn. And yet we're fighting someone else. Double coral thing, and I can't tell what the back weapons are. Do you think they're gonna do the double coral charge, like flaily spaghetti defense? I think that would be really funny. What is the range of the hyper beam? Let's see it. Let's see it. Are we seeing it? That looked like they might have been priming it, but they're not actually charging it, huh? Hi. No, I think they're just using it. Huh. Interesting. Okay, they've got a shield. We know that much. Didn't much help them there, though. Yeah, it seems like they're just content to move slowly and hit me with stuff. Unfortunately, they can't really contend with the shimmy. Uh-oh! That was close. Their playstyle is strange compared to what I'm used to. They're very slow. Aggressive, but like oppressively so. It's mostly just they're like, hey, I'm gonna shoot my big gun, and if it hits something, it hits something. You'll just keep the shimmy up then. I missed.
50%.
And that was enough. Okay, so pretty basic, not flashy at all, but effective. And that shield means I can't do anything supremely aggressive. I guess I should treat this opponent like a tank. Just trust that every single shot of mine will hit because they are not attempting to dodge at all. And just get ready for that kind of stuff.
AP at 50%.
And then watch as they fall for the bamboozle. They fell for the bamboozle. Yeah, it's like a vertical tank. Is the best way I can describe how that felt. Maybe like the boat? I don't know. By not literally being a boat, they were able to get much more horizontal speed. But they were doing very tank-like things. Jimmy got me through it, though. Ooh. This almost reminds me of the box trot, but they have a blender, so this is actually close quarters. The rare close quarters box trot type thing. Oh yeah, definitely close quarters. They want to obliterate me. Boom! I probably didn't need to do that, and now I've shown my hand. Which is unfortunate. But I had an opportunity, and I wanted to. I was expecting an attempt to shield there at some point, which did not happen. Maybe because they knew. Maybe I conditioned them into not shielding, which then made this slightly easier. Actually, maybe not, because if they tried to shield at the moment they could have, I suspect they wouldn't have been able to dodge the first Majestic. Still got him with the other thing, but... you know, considerations. Sometimes it's not really viable to think about the follow-up shot. You just need to focus on dodging the first one. I wonder if there's a... okay, so theoretically, most people will quick boost to dodge mostly perpendicular to their opponent. In principle, this is because dodging perpendicularly gives you the best distance away from the trajectory of the shot being shot at you. But I'm wondering if there's something to maybe dodging diagonally... well, okay. Diagonally forward is used if you want to dodge the shot but also still get in close, which is why it's used a lot by me. Especially when they're assault boosting at me and I want to dodge their kick by going behind their foot. But what about dodging diagonally backwards? I think if my opponent in that last match dodged diagonally backwards, I would not have been in range to use the ET as a follow-up. Something to consider, perhaps. Anyway, I was not paying enough attention to what my opponent currently is. I think they had the needles? Yeah, they have the needles. Image acquisition does not necessarily mean image processing, let me tell you. Tell you what. Is that the pile bunker? I really wasn't paying attention. Sometimes you gotta exposit, and that involves closing your input so you can maximize your output. I got so many ports. That said, you don't really convey information with the lens of a camera. Okay. Just dodging. I dodged. I guess there's the screen. Like, it's right there. Oh, you know what I just realized? I could probably communicate in semaphore, like, not semaphore, Morse code like this. I could just go like, hello. I do more, but I don't actually remember all of Morse code. Even though it is one of my favorite fun other communication formats to mess with. Especially in Minecraft. Of all places. I tried making a okay, so back when copper blocks were new, and super abundant because there was copper everywhere. You didn't really have much of a use for copper. It was a copper block. There was like the square-bular copper block, various forms of rust, which were cool. There was the lightning rod, there was the spyglass. But mostly the copper block started as a mostly decorative thing. It's obviously got uses now, what with the copper golem and the copper armor and stuff, but at its inception it was mostly decorative, with a fun little mechanic of oxidation to account for. Where's my opponent? There's my opponent. My opponent has been located, which means I can now fight them using my weapon. I'll get to the rest of my conversation in a second. I have to debate this person. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna do the rest of the fight. Remind me that I'm talking about Minecraft Copper for a second. Yeah, okay, congratulations on hitting me. Kind of a one-trick pony in a sense. Perish! Homonym. Because it's like an attack. Oh, you know what someone should do? Instead of actually insulting somebody in the heat of, like, a competitive multiplayer environment, you should just say ad hominem out loud. No more insults, just the concept of an insult. Okay, copper. So back when copper was mostly decorative, I wanted to explore its use as... I mean, obviously it didn't have any technical purposes, but I could use it in, like, informative technical purposes. So what I did is I made a really simple system where you'd have this like vertical grid of copper and like individual blocks going horizontally. And it would be an unoxidized copper is a dot and an oxidized copper is a dash. And I would write the letters of like an individual letter of Morse code horizontally and then the full word going vertically. And then I would take the empty spaces of it on the right, because not every single Morse code thing is the same length of dots and dashes. And I would effectively decorate it with slightly oxidized and slightly more oxidized copper. And in that way I would make it into a rectangle. And then there would be like, you know, almost like a code to it. And that made it cool. So I could like write effectively mural signs, in a sense. And I thought those were cool. Guess what they were? I ran out of the end. They ran out of AP. One of the things I most enjoy doing in Minecraft vanilla, this creative expression, though not necessarily creative mode, but I design stuff in creative mode, is non-standard methods of communication. I feel like Minecraft, if you have like a multiplayer situation, it's almost too easy to communicate with somebody. Because there's a sense in which you can just like, hey, type a thing in the chat. You want to say a longer thing that's a secret? Put it in the book and just hand it to them. I think there's room to experiment with cooler things. And one of my, like, grandest ideas that I wanted to do in Minecraft for a while once I had people is make a Minecraft server where all the normal methods of communication were unavailable. I did not play that battle well. So, you know, on the topic of Morse code in Minecraft, I also used the skulk sensors to effectively make like a wireless transmission tower series to send Morse code from one place to another place. Not necessarily Morse code, but an encoded message which I then printed out on the other side using redstone lamps as a Morse code message. All of these things I have considered. Too slow on my part. Uh-oh. 30%. I don't really understand why that went so badly. Maybe it's because I was talking too much. Maybe it was I wasn't talking enough. Maybe it was I underestimated somebody that was doing basically nothing. Or I didn't account for the resilience of a shield. Shields put a lot of resistance against my preferred playstyle, because my preferred playstyle is to obliterate an opponent with overwhelming force at reasonable ranges. This contrasts with people who go like quad shotgun, who want to win with overwhelming force at no range at all. Whereas I attempt to have good suppressive force at basically any range possible. You know, I have some emphasis towards shorter ranges with the ET and the Majestic being a slow projectile. But then you got the True Nose, and that is oppression at range. Bye. Alright, let's reset and try that again. We're not doing good trades here. It's that shield. It really is. Interesting. Between this and the double coral person, I'm fighting a new class of opponent who just does nothing and then tanks it. Unfortunately, doing nothing and tanking it is like my one weakness. Gotcha! Finally, a good trade!
AP at 50%.
That's better. We solved it. I once wrote out in the copper Morse code thing. I think it was the content of like the first section of that weird stone monument that just had like instructions in case of post-apocalypse. It was either that or the phrase, "This place is not a place of honor." I probably did both. Big fan of chronic instructions. For some reason. Okay, evaluating my opponent real quick because I forgot to do that. Long-range linear stuff and some heavy-duty missiles, so I'm expecting them to be far away from me. Not too far, but like consistently far. Whatever range that happens to be. I'm walking over here. They seem to be taking the bait. You get to do your circle. Out of range. I should have true note faster.
AP at 50 AP at 30%.
Nice shot. Continuing. I'll walk this way. Okay, they've definitely doubled up on evasion, but it's not always enough. Oh, they staggered me at the perfect time for that to be lethal. I'm impressed.
AP at 30%.
I'm dead. Yep, there I go. Okay. We are gonna need to initiate King's Endgame strategies. Like so. Which is to say, shadow them. Until they hit a wall. And once they hit the wall, we win. I am astounded that they dodged that. Okay, we need a new plan. We do not have time for a new plan. No plan. Plant, perhaps. And we have a tank. Majestic, the not majestic bazooka, an earshot, and there's probably another earshot. Can't tell. Though it is on their left shoulder, it might be a shield. Weird selection because all of those are stance weapons, and the shield would disintegrate. Either way, remember our training. There's our training. Oh, I think they have a missile of some kind. Miss. How'd they do that? I'm over here now. Darn it. I think we got a groove going there, but it was too late. Alright. We can do this. We have the maneuverability to do this, I think. Just be cognizant of what my opponent is doing. Like that. Missed.
AP at 50%.
Okay. Stabilize.
AP at 30%.
Cool. No! I ran out of movement. My movement was gone. And we're back. Ooh, double shotgun, double Gatling back. Double backling, I suppose. And very ornate. Got some golden trim on some of those parts. But we know what they're up to. They're up to getting real close and then just doing a bunch of stuff. Which is why it's surprising I missed everything there. Yep, that makes sense. They fell for it. They fell for it. Alright, how about no Trunos this time? See what they do. Okay. True no or no? The answer is no. I'm afraid you must remain in B rank for a little longer. But since I know someone's trying to promote, and I don't want to be the reason that they don't too hard, how about we do one little bit of RNG manipulation? Simple one, just go Freud.
Final arena.
I'm not out here to deny people promotion, I'm just here to show them that there is more to learn. That said, I also don't want them consumed by a blender the moment they rank up undeservedly. Which is why I'm still going to win those fights. And not just, like, let them walk by. Maybe I won't fight at full strength, but you still have to win. Look at me talking like I'm some sort of professional expert on playing hit video game Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon. Here I am, technically operating manager of a community, and here I am thinking I know stuff. I don't know stuff. I can't even remember what all the weapons are named. I can't even remember what the other Elcano frame's called. I don't know meta. I don't know strategy. I know what I've learned myself. Oh, look who it is. A rematch. That's a different melee weapon, it looked like. It looked like the knife. You had the blade earlier. Unless you had both? Yeah, you had both. It's a pretty predictable playstyle, especially when you only use one move of that playstyle. An advantage I have as a lamb or reasonably lightweight AC is that I can pretty effectively stop someone doing this blade stuff from getting to me. Not even using the linear rifle anymore. Do they not have the linear rifle anymore? Maybe that's the change. Bonk! That was a very delayed bonk. I didn't think it would go through. I was prepared to quick boost throw at an ET, but no. Unnecessary. Okay. New opponent. Okay, shotgun. Earshot, shield. Ooh, it's like the smorgasbord of all the things. There is a classification of AC build like this that is used in places sometimes. I just don't know much about it. I've heard of the Regalia. That's the only real exposure I've had to this idea. That worked. I think I realized the moment after they fired the earshot that I should have been incentivized to get staggered as soon as possible, such that they could not use the earshot as the stagger punish. I should keep that in mind next time. Oh look, it's next time. Good shield. Good shield. Not good shield. Yeah, see, like there, they did use it as the punish, and that was detrimental to my health. But I think they knew. They knew that time. They were holding it in reserve, waiting for that moment. Which makes me wonder why they used it last match. Phase. The mysteries of an opponent. What they choose to do. What they choose to don't. There's like a 40% chance that fellow streamer Pianui just ended the stream. Understandable, it appears to have been a 7-hour stream. Fair enough. Oh, look! It's Domino! Also, don't think you're being sneaky. I saw you in the chat. I knew you were pulling this. I didn't know you were pulling this, but I saw you in the chat. I checked the list of people currently watching the stream, and you were in it. Your smoke screen has been dispelled, and the true nature of you has been revealed. That said, I am doing this introductory fight purely. Here, let's reset. Why did I do that? Wow, that hit. Long range oppression. Oh, that was down to rap metal. Okay, I resolved to do a better introduction into a battle this time, instead of just talking. You missed. You missed that too. Now we're good. I'm astonished that didn't stagger you. There we go. And so we are even. I'm standing still. I'm a genius! Oh, that one almost got me, though. Surprised it didn't hit. Surprised that hit. Ooh, nice cancel! Wasn't expecting it. I dodged. Okay. I don't know what you were shooting at just then, but it didn't connect. Nope. I've learned how to quick boost since you've left. Feed me 2 seconds ago. Oh, that ain't good.
30%.
Okay, it's down to who hits first. I hate when this happens. It's very spooky. Okay. The final samurai slash goes to me, but it just as easily could have not. Good fight. Also, hello. I don't know if I opened with that. I think it's just good policy on my part that if I say a lot of things and I don't exactly know what I say, I just sort of end it with an also hello, just in case I forgot. It also helps open up the conversation to, you know, the general small talk that happens after somebody greets somebody. Which is convenient because I kind of stole all the talking as the streamer. Oh, hey, you're back. This one's a tricky one. There you are. You missed. The pillar! No! My opening attack! Ruined! Yep, okay. I think it's that laser cannon. It surprisingly does a lot of AP and insidiously removes my AP without me noticing. I think there's an argument to be made that I reconfigure Tidewater a little bit to be more protective against energy weapons. Because energy defense appears to be one of my major elemental weaknesses. Like, look at this. I'm injured. Feel confident about this. Perhaps this matchup will be the thing that finally tells me, hey, learn how to use your shield, buddy. Are shields good against energy weapons? Do the stats of a shield get modified by the defense stats of the rest of the AC? That was terrible aim. Just reset. Surprised the ET missed. 50%. Okay. Reset again.
AP at 30%.
Huh. There's something about that matchup and the fact that I'm losing it that makes me feel this weird sickness. Not like sickness, but like disgust. It feels unnatural. It's insidious. It poisons you. With laser. Okay, double Uzi pile bunker. That's pretty much all I need to know about what you're up to. Though I assume you have some kind of missile. And here's the exact opposite. Very certain dynamics. Gotcha. I'm better evasion on that second fight, though. Alright, I'd say we're about halfway there. Making good time, too. I'm starting to question my original plan of going straight to the Fight Club lobby stream after this. Like, we're still like 5-6 hours out from when I would usually start it. And even then, that's early. That's the ahead of schedule starting at time. I could do it, but there's like so many other things I could be doing. Like, I don't know, uploading this VOD to YouTube, or preparing the thumbnail or something, I don't know. What do I even do when I'm not streaming? I can't even think of it right now. I guess I just wait to stream again. But then sometimes I'm incapable of streaming again because of psychological constraints. I missed. Would have liked a better weapon to hit you with. Surprised we both missed. I figured one of us would have connected. Uh-oh. Wow! I should have just exploded. Now I know that I should just explode. Especially since they got explosion. I would have won on the fact that they have no AP to tank it. But now they have a win strategy. Maybe I can subvert that. It was a smart idea to jump before assault boosting in and dodge the ET. Go! Yeah! Outpaced. Now that's what I should have done last time. It is a little convenient, but they are a kinetic weapon. It's kind of mandatory. The optimal range is like I know that they start ricocheting at around 400, and specifics depending on the armor class of your opponent. And there I go. I'm gone. Oh, hey, it's the person I fought previously, but I think this is a different AC. Actually, this could be the exact same person I just fought. I don't remember. I say that because they have the arm-based energy missile. And so did my opponent last time. All the pieces are aligning a little too neatly for me, I would say. Yeah, okay, you're not really dodging by doing that, buddy. Okay, turns out you're actually dodging by doing that, buddy. Shimmy. I shimmied. You got shimmied. Okay, so the name of the AC of my opponent is very apt. The fact that they're just like hyper quick boosting forward like that is very intimidating. Fortunately, I have the one weapon that can kind of disrupt that. That was a fantastic shot. And there they go. Very fragile, but the moves they had were very interesting. And we fight again. Same AC, different map. I am starting to believe that we are sort of locked into a synchronized fight pattern. I agree. There is, I can see some benefit to doing that. It would waste a lot of my long reload projectile shots like the Majestic and the Trunos. The problem is that it didn't actually work that well. That said, I think they just ditched the missiles. Whoa! That was weird. No hits scored on either side yet. Oh, a hit scored on their side. It scored on my side. And so we are even. And so I am winning. Got hit. Time to shoot the Trinos then. There we go. Revenge. Get this dagger off of me right now! Good enough. Good. Tricky fight. Very slippery. To be expected from somebody with that kind of AC frame. Now here's the question. Given that we're kind of stuck in this chain loop together, do you think they will go back to the previous AC? The one that they actually defeated me with? On the assumption that this is indeed the same person from before, which I'm pretty confident it is. There are two questions. One is that question, and the second question, which comes first, is will we get an answer to that question? We did get an answer to the question, and the answer is no. They're committed. Going up here. I like going up here. Ha, you missed. Going in that close just to fire the Trinos was probably a poor idea. Uh-oh. No longer an uh-oh situation. Okay, we've reset. We just need to hit once. Not trivial. Trivial since we already did it. Is something trivial if it's not trivial, but then it's done? Like, is it retroactively trivial because it's a thing that's already been completed? Is it trivial to have already done something? Hello. You gonna hide behind that building? Cool idea. Mind if I use it on you? Beautiful shot. Too far. I went for it anyway. I think we're getting a handle on that kind of opponent. If only for right now. I'll probably forget. I'll lose the killer instinct. It's all in flux. Now here's the question. Will we fight the same person for, what is this, 4 times in a row? Maybe even 5. The answer is no! We appear to have somebody straight from Arquebus. A lot of lasers. Pretty much open faith. Except it's open faith with a lot of lasers. That's unfortunate. We were having a fun time together. But you don't get to pick your blind dates. At least I don't think so. I wouldn't. I don't actually know. Well, at least they're open faith, and I pretty much have them lined in for pre-targeting. I've bracketed them, is what I've done. It'd be weird if I win and they can't actually hit me at all. Oh, I thought that would hit maybe. Oh, we still have a fight for another 10 seconds. Let's shorten it. All right. I think I counter this strategy. Now, do I counter laser weapons? The answer is no. Do I counter somebody going this slow? Probably. Oh, they're going for a charge shot now. They've changed their strategy. This feels a little awkward. It almost feels like this opponent is automated. Yeah, I just... No attempt to dodge that. I think their morale was shot to begin with. Sad to see. I missed my previous opponent. Let's hope they're still out there. In the sea of war. Same map, I don't know if that changes the odds in any meaningful way. The result is somebody entirely new. Shotgun, other gun, earshot, some fourth thing. But the fourth thing was on their right side, so it can't be a shield. It can't be a melee weapon. Is it a missile? Yes. Okay, then we know what to do. Stay at range, look for opportunities to engage, try and dodge the earshot, and then fail but succeed at the same time somehow. Reload on EN. Just eat that, I guess. Okay. If you're wondering why I started quick boosting like mad, it was to cancel me firing the Trunos before they actually locked on. That's the reason. It's not like I was dodging anything. Oh, okay. I thought they would have a sliver left, and they would then try and shoot me, and then I shoot them with something, and then that would happen, but it didn't happen. Steady climb continues, I suppose. Okay, something different. Double stun bullet gun, an energy missile, hand arm missile, and then a fourth thing I didn't really pay attention to. It was on their right side, so it couldn't be in the pile bunker, even though I feel like I psychologically thought it was. Was it double those missiles? Maybe.
AP at 50%.
I tried to be tricky, didn't work.
AP at 30%.
Now they're being tricky. Oh, they shielded. Okay. Hide behind this pillar. I don't really understand that. Okay, so we know what they are. Now we just need to hit them repeatedly, a lot, without being hit. That's always the question, isn't it? Patient with our shots, something will eventually connect, and it'll probably be a true no. Oh, nope, it was the Majestic. Oh yeah, now they want blood. Okay, I think we've lost. Yep. That's there is called losing. Well, we had a good run. Let's go get another. Back at the contaminated city. Ah, same opponent. Time for revenge. The narrative is on my side. Alright, here's a new strategy. Never before seen, I'm going to stand on this building. Genius. Okay, other strategies, I'm gonna go for King's Endgame. I forgot about the terminal armor, admittedly. But it worked out. Okay, King's Endgame works. It pushes them towards me. If anyone's curious what I mean by King's Endgame, please ask me, hey, Exception, what does King's Endgame mean in this context? You made up a terminology that isn't what other people use. Please explain. And then I will. How did that miss?
AP at 50%. AP at 30%.
Got him. Did not get them. Maybe I should have gone back to my strategy of standing on top of the building. That seemed to work well. Good.
AP at 50%. AP at 30%.
Okay. Gotcha! The narrative pulled through. We have revenge. Good job, narrative.
Final arena combat aptitude evaluation.
RNG manipulation time.
System activating.
Get a new
combat mode.
opponent. You know, that chapter has concluded. We can get a new chapter, new narrative, new plot, new story. Almost forgot to leave. I was waiting for a results screen like a fool. We may begin. We may resume. Someone new! Shotgun, Ludlow, the 5-pip, and a missile of some kind. Okay. Seen a lot of ACs of this general design. Like the HAL legs. This general sort of very bipedal, I am going to stand there and be a person. I don't know how to describe it, I just noticed it a lot today. Oh, but they got moves. They're moving. Hi. The pillar saved me! Thank you, pillar! Surprised that missed. Too slow. Let's reload the EN. You're doing some pretty good close-range dodging. I think I'm starting to learn their moveset. Yeah. Good. All right, we're running out of matches. Making good time though. Both in like the going too fast and going too slow, but like we're properly in the good band of convenience. Too slow and we might not make it. Too fast and it's boring. This is a good middle ground. And we have Bazooka, Coral Blade, Missile, and a fourth thing. Hard to see in the darkness of space. And then we have me with the things I already know I have. What if I just suddenly had a mysterious different thing? Like instead of picking an AC, you load up like a deck of cards, and then every match you just pick one of those ACs at random. That's just like a intended game mode. That'd be funny. I lost my opportunity there. Wow, that worked. I didn't even see the Coral Blade in action. Though I assume that was going to be the stagger punish. The strength of a melee weapon with the range of the other coral weapons. In theory. You do. You do. That's like one of the big features of your Twitch streams. I need a lot more ACs if I were to genuinely do that. More likely what I do is one season I would just pick a different AC to climb with. Maybe Joyous Guard, maybe I make one specifically for the purpose. There is a need for me to maybe make a new account, buy the game again, so that on the custom lobby for the RFC, it will actually look like it says RFC instead of just my name. And maybe, in order to make it look like this is a competent individual running this lobby, that I run through ranked again to make it look good. And during that, I use some pure subset of ACs that are not necessarily my own. Like we have guest stars. People provide ACs, like their actual own ACs, and I just use them. That'd be fun. It'd be like the RFC's members all collectively fighting to build up the RFC lobby accounts rank. I'm out here with silly ideas. Unfortunately, the vote for if I should get a new account to do this is currently not in favor of getting the new account. I don't think people think it's worth going through the effort of getting a new copy of Armored Core 6 just to give the lobby name a lobby name. Still, might do it anyway. If they're doing it on behalf of it being unnecessary, then if I'm the one taking the burden anyway, I don't think I need to strictly adhere to the results. Uh-oh. Oh, no, the turtle armor one weakness! The one thing that could have saved them! My opponent's a tactical genius. Alright, new plan. Stay the heck away from my opponent. They are too lethal at close range. Stay at the mid-ranges and then pelt them while moving sideways. Like that. And watch out for the earshot, of course. Oh no, I'm in close range! I'm violating my own plan because I like to hit my opponent with weapons! Oh well. A little bit of a reset, shimmy on the Gatling, and then hit him with a Majestic and stand still. I hope it does. It'll be a while until I can establish it alone. But I'll definitely keep that on the list of things. Where'd my opponent? There's my opponent. Hello, opponent. How are you doing today? I'm going to hit you with a bazooka. Good dodging of that. Will you dodge this, though? No. Sometimes I feel like my commentary is not so much commentary as it is like auction speak. Or maybe like a horse race. Yeah, Tidewater front leading in behind is Loader 4, no! Tidewater in first. I don't know how to speak like a horse race person. I don't know the horse race terms. I should ask Acela. Acela would know. Acela's smart like that. This is my problem if I ever want to be like an esports commentator, is that I don't really know anything, and my improvisation is not very good if I have to actually say something informative. I can improv like this because I don't need to strictly talk about anything coherent, I'm just talking. But if people are expecting the commentator to say something coherent and informative over like a radio speak, then I'm helpless. I can't do it. I'm gonna say wrong words, I'm gonna supplant words with other words, I'm gonna say a phrase and completely bungle it. This is why during APOG, Quint was the live commentator and I just manned the betting booth. Even worse is I don't know the strategy of the game either, so I can't be one of those like, well, you see here, they're using this sort of explosive thrower weapon. Yeah, that... I'm too incoherently rambly to be the play guy, and I don't know enough about the actual meta to be the color guy. Maybe I need to read a book. But I don't want to be constrained by the notions of meta. Well, I guess there are things that don't matter about the meta. Like, you don't need to think meta all the time. No, I was expecting it to hit. That hit. Like, okay. Game I'm thinking about esports commentating right now, despite the fact that I'm playing Armored Core 6 as we speak, is Homeworld Deserts. In that game, there's a very strong sort of rock, paper, scissors that goes on between the light attack unit, the heavy attack unit, and the railgun. Where it's heavy attack unit beats light attack, railgun beats heavy attack, light attack beats railgun. And then everything else that is the game is things that are technically defeated by the railgun at like heavier calibers. And then, like, crazy AoE microplays, which is what makes the game fun and interesting. Because it's a lot about, like, that rock, paper, scissors combined with territorial control. And, like, area of denial. Though maybe that's just because I'm a Soban main. So for that, there's no meta to speak of except for maybe build orders and other RTS type stuff like that. I guess what I'm learning here is that it takes effort to be a commentator for something. I'd have to research, I'd have to stay up to date to trends. Because people are going to want to know what the heck is going on, who's favored, the history of the research going into the builds and the designs and the consideration, and why these are the conclusions that are currently popular. That is a great use of the emblems. On like the rectangular plates on the shoulders, that looked really nice. Really, really formal. As formal as like a giant mech can be. But like, it looked industrial. It looked like the kind of thing that an aerospace company would paint their like supersonic jet. It looked very corporate, but in like a real corporation way, not an Armored Core Corporation way. Nice shield. Didn't bother with the shield that time. I knew they would block it. How do you get into the commentary scene? I guess the easiest way is to run your own tournament, but I'm scared to. If I wasn't scared to, I would have probably ran an RFC branded tournament already. I'm a little bit of a coward. It's kind of a character trait of mine. Yeah, that was a terrible idea. Why did I go into something with a shield and two shotguns like that? Fool that I am. Oh well. Oh. Wait, they have no punish. We're fine. Hold steady. Hold steady. Steady as we go. Wonder what their core expansion was. I'm gonna guess assault armor, because they never... Somebody who expects to be at close range at all times, like somebody who's assault boosting towards you with double shotguns, probably... No, it's pulse armor. Interesting. You imagine that their game plan is to overwhelm somebody into stagger and then do, like, lethal damage, where your opponent would then, the victim in this case, pulse shield to, you know, survive. And that's when you assault armor, because you're already close. It's your entire game plan. But it seems like this person wanted to cover their bases, and yet did nothing to do so. Maybe I should... I'm making a large list of things to ask Acela. Horse racing terminology, so that I can pretend to be a horse race commentator for a joke that already passed. And also, how to get into, like, commentating things. Oh, hey! It's the Arquebus Corporation person from earlier! Except they're not using the snail laser cannon thing, they're using some kind of Tetra. This is just a very dedicated Arquebus individual. Alright, let's see how this one works. Ah! Makes sense. But there's a weakness that they haven't considered. It's that they are much more fragile now. Ooh, terminal. You got me once, buddy. Unfortunately, I had already won. I should get, like, official training in something. Oh, okay. Bye. Have a nice day. Now, call me crazy, but that one felt intentional. If it wasn't intentional, then that is an extremely bad look for them and unlucky on their part. But if it was intentional, it would make sense. I will not assert that it was intentional, but I will say that that is what it would look like if it was intentional. Kind of funny. And we're back. Okay. We're about to get some more statistical information on whether or not that was intentional or not. I'm thinking it was intentional. What a plot twist, huh? Are we 3 for 3? Let's see for C. We are not. It is someone new. Or at least it's not the archivist person. Double shotgun, coral missile, the tracking missile? Interesting. Probably more of a threat than the previous double shotgun heavyweight, simply because they have missiles. Did a circle. They are no longer tracking me. Okay. Have a nice day. And in range.
AP at 50%. AP at 30%.
This person was playing like they had terminal armor, but they didn't. Which honestly is kind of impressive. No fear. No fear on my opponent. Okay, I'm going to stand up here to look intimidating. Okay, intimidation has been established. I am now narratively winning. A little embarrassed that I missed that. A little confused as to why I missed that one. I am no longer able to hit this person. Let's reset. Okay, this looks slightly less intentional than last time. I'm just gonna beat on them until they start appearing again. Because I don't have to wait till the... There's something going on with the servers. I know the archivist guy, that one felt intentional, but this one did not seem intentional as much. I'm gonna check the internet. Now, I know my internet going out in general is fine because the stream is running and I can see the stream running. The question is if the AC6 servers are having like a problem. Regular maintenance, don't see anything that would imply problems. No anomalies here. Okay, that was either a fluke, a consequence of my opponent having a bad time, or it was intentional. It didn't match the conditions of the previous one being intentional, though, so I hesitate. Either way, we can get more data by finding another person who is fighting and fight them. If there are no problems, we will assume it was a one-off fluke. And if it continues to happen, we may have a problem. Fortunately, this is a new person, though looks familiar to somebody I fought earlier today. Let's see, Scythe Double Uzi. Interesting. Let's see here. Oh, yep. Need some shimmy here. Very good. Prepare to make contact with my bazookas! You failed. Or I failed, actually. You succeeded. You dodged. That was what you wanted to do. Uh-oh. No punish whatsoever. I guess you were relying on the scythe to do that, huh? Okay. Okay, we've gone past the deadlock of network problems, stopping us from having any fights at all. And we can now proceed over the finish line to the fully realized A4 hyphen. Same map, different music. Same side of the map. Different opponent! Quad bazooka, heavyweight tetra. Interesting. And they're javelin bazookas too. Okay, let's get a little bit of air and then just walk forward. Hi. Yen. Elevate. Gotcha! I was got. Counter got. Okay. I don't think my core expansion will help me all that much today. And by today I mean this fight. Because they are sturdy enough to tank it without staggering. And I am way too frail to not be staggered by whatever they counterattack with. Yeah, okay. I hit you with a bazooka. What are you gonna do about it? And so we are even.
AP at 50%. AP at 30%.
Oh, yeah! The firepower is immense. I must focus more on dodging. Or hit them faster, but those are always my two options. I'm up here now. Hello. Okay. Keep it steady. Actually get the radar lock on. I don't really see the point of doing that. It just made you an easy target. I suppose you had to mix it up somehow. Actually, I think they would have done better with Pulse Shield. Simply because I don't want to be close to them to Assault Armor. But even if I did Assault Armor, they would tank it. Promotion phase. Do we do this? I mean, I guess I'm here. The ranks are going to reset in a few weeks. Alright, I will make one attempt, and success or fail, that will be it for ranked stuff. Then I'll prepare the lobby, I suppose. Possibly. Okay, promotion. How will this progression? I was hoping that would make more sense when I said it out loud. Okay, S rank immediately. Double linear rifle. I think that's the vertical plasma. Some fourth thing. Probably more missiles, if I were to guess. Oh my goodness, them walking into a building saved them. Oh, I'm losing.
AP at 30%.
Ah, okay. A lot of evasion. This is not going to be easy. I think what I want to do is bait them off the ground, because they're using the ground jump to dodge well. Aim, you fool. Take a shield. They missed.
AP at 50%. AP at 30%.
Okay, we're still in this. Barely, but we're still in this. Yeesh. Gotcha! That worked phenomenally. You did not expect a full one cycle too. Thank you. Alright, so just to be sure that we don't fight the same person again, because that person is going to be a doozy to beat if they have the ability to adapt. We're going to do a lot of open and free RNG manipulation. Because now we're dealing with the entire pool of S ranks here.
System activating combat mode.
We gotta do some shuffling of the deck. I shoot you with bazooka, I hit you with ET. Steady. Steady. Out of range for that. Go for the melee. Failed the melee. Jump! Too slow. Not bad. The tension is building. Every single one of these fights now scares me. There's like stakes now. Okay, 7 or 3. 7 or 3. Okay, double laser. I don't recognize. Is that a shield? I think that's a shield. It almost looked like the blender without the blend. Alright, thank you. Thank you for your weapon identification skill. I appreciate it. Oh, this person is an expert at moving sideways. And having a shield. I need to remember the shield. Shield factors into it a great deal.
AP at 50%.
Yep, I am losing to the power of a person who can move sideways with a shield on.
AP
Oh, it's a diamond
at
shield, too.
30%.
The lasers are insidious. I need a new plan. I think the plan is consciously shimmy. Do not try and King's Endgame them. Hard to shimmy. Alright, that worked.
AP at 50%.
It's not working. I don't have the damage on them. Come on!
AP at 30%.
No, 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 my one weakness! Okay. Feels bad to win against an S rank and then lose to an A rank. 7 and 2. 7 and 2. I'm gonna wait a few seconds just to let it cycle. I've heard that sentiment, but I have not yet gotten a shield to work for me. Maybe it's because I like dodging too much. Like a different paradigm. Okay, shotgun, shotgun. I think that's a blade, and then the bullet orbital. I'm expecting close range engagements, and that means that this battle will go fast. That gives me an advantage in that the battle will go fast. But it's also, you know, Blade's Edge who wins. Didn't expect that to hit, but I tried anyway. That went very smooth. Okay, they might switch to more evasive approaches, so doing something like that might not work as often, but it still did work. Oh, okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. To be announced, you can't just walk in here and start shooting insults, but there's a kappa involved, so I don't know if this is like an inside joke. Okay. This is starting to look like an inside joke. I will... I won't intervene. My E10 rating is being obliterated by the second. What do I do about this? Oh, I gotta analyze the opponent. They're doing Basho Arm, so I'm assuming that last thing's a melee weapon. Okay, as much as I'd like to... I'm doing it anyway. I just like going up here. It's personally gratifying.
AP at 50%.
Uh-oh.
AP at 30%.
Okay. Tricky, but doable. Okay, that went surprisingly well. For someone who is very oppressive and very good at keeping up the aggression, I was afraid that that would collapse, but it didn't. We're still good. Okay. 5 and 2. 5 and 2. Count for what? Oh no, double linear rifle. I think that's the stun baton. I mean, I'm just counting how many wins or losses to promotion or not. You can read it from my score and the number of matches remaining. Oh, we live. Okay. So if I win this, it'll become 4-2. It's not the ratio of what I've done, it's the ratio of what I have left to do. Okay, we won. Okay, 4-2. Four or two. Either 4 wins or 2 losses. We're halfway there. There's no color commentary. It is just effort. Shotgun linear rifle coral thing. I don't remember if this is the same person as last time. Structurally may as well be. Careful. I missed. Uh-oh.
AP at 50%.
How am I hitting nothing?
AP at 30%.
I hit nothing. Okay. Focus your shots. Be more deliberate with when you fire. Good. Good. Excellent. Okay, okay. Hold. Hold. Good. Bad, 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 very bad. Okay, 4 or 1. I like them. I like my trusty ranged option. Also, they're a decent punish when you're too far away to do anything. Plus, they're really cool. They look like wings without having to be so super heavy as like the triple laser things. I like my profile. I'm fighting a tank. But it's like a close range tank? Stun needles? Missiles? Very strange. That or it's a meta I don't know about. Alright, let's see here. What are you up to? You're up to walking forward. Hey, you really just want to get in close range, but you're in a tank. I think you'd have more luck with the open faith legs. Okay. They have done good resetting. Good shield. They're really just trying to outlast me. They weren't prepared for that kick. I agree. It is strange that they are doing this. I would have expected open faith or something. But they are putting up some pretty strong oppression. I'm just hitting them pretty much consistently. Unless they do that. Good shield. Wise shield. I'm just gonna Trino it off though. You were right. I could. Also, Int is the name of the company. My name's Exception. Just, I don't know, just stop you from accidentally talking to Quint who's not here, or Acela who's not here, or Rose who's not here, or Lark who's not here. But you seem to have been right with that. I just didn't want to be close to a tank. They're scary. You are someone I fought before. Did you kick me in the butt previously? I think you did. Yeah. I got in once and I suddenly started getting electrical stunned. Was this the person that beat me previously? If so, darn, I had a good run. Oh, this is person number 1. Okay. Astonished that hit. Oh, they're still alive! Okay, no terminal. Okay. Bad connect. Okay. Refocus my aim. That was a weird hit. I'll take it though.
AP at 50%.
Automod hit something, and I apologize. Can't really intervene because I'm busy fighting for my life.
AP at 30%.
Okay. It's all down to this. We need the King's Endgame. I figured it out. I solved the mystery. We need the King's Endgame.
AP at 30%.
King's Endgame is not going well. I failed. Four and 0. 3 and 0. Darn it. Well, we're back. I know I said it would stop, but then I was like, hey, I can fight a match and fight, so I will. So I am. I might just put it back up to promotion phase and just have it be a thing I do casually. Or I could leave it at that, because I do like that my ranks do spell out AC. It's the little things. Oh! I think I fought this person before, but I don't know if they were using this build. Will they do the weird, funny, coral, double charge, flail spaghetti thing? Will they be the wacky, wavy, inflatable arm flailing tube man? Answer? I don't know. Doesn't look like it. Nope, they're just walking forward and using them like the other one. I don't think they've learned how to dodge. Okay, they've learned how to dodge.
30%.
Yep. I wonder if I can trick them. Because when I'm close, they fire the coral beams a lot more. Probably because they're no longer trying to avoid being overheated. I wonder if I can trick them into overheating. both of them would hit the pillar. The fact that just one did is more surprising to me. Uh-oh.
AP at 30%.
Nope, I'm over here now. You missed. The shimmy. No effect. I did that kick ET thing. Okay. Theoretically 4 more to go, and then we're at the promotion line. And I suppose I could just start the RFC. Curious as to why you think that, because they seem like the best option to at least cover my bases and go into this sort of flow of every single thing I have does good impact damage. Because what else am I going to use? A regular missile? Those are way too slow. Maybe it's because I don't trust missiles. I just believe everyone will dodge them. I could, like, weapon bay another bazooka, but... Oh, okay. They got hit with momentum. I missed somehow. I got hit somehow. I'm on the ground. I'm gaining EN before your very eyes. Well, ostensibly that's what the true notes are for. The kites are going to be far away, and I have true notes to shoot them at long range. What, just shoulderless? Like, just nothing else. Just these two. Actually, you know what? I wonder what your opinion would be of Wattenmere then. I'll use that for the next fight. Wattenmere is a sort of experimental, slightly higher caliber version of Tidewater that does some strange things, but I think has some cool movement. Found my opponent. Hello. I bamboozled them. They thought I was going in for a melee, but I knew they had a shield. I know what shields do to melee attacks. That was silly of me. It didn't work.
AP at 50%. AP at 30%.
Jimmy. Oh. I don't think you gave me Tentacruel. You gave me Darkrai and Golisopod. Or at least if you did give me Tentacruel, or like Tentacruel happened, but I wasn't under the impression you were trying to give it to me. Maybe I just remember you have one. Because you have like a lot of them. There we go. I like that they deal impact. Alright, looks like we're going into overtime with some other alternate Tide ACs, which I will use in rank for the heck of it, because we have fun. So I'll do Wattenmere, and then I'll do the Tentacruel one, I suppose. Wait, did I just cancel the ET by firing the... Hold on, I have to test this. How did I do that? Forget the match for a second. I did something weird. Maybe that was just latency of some kind, but... I heard the ET rev up, but then the True Nose fired. Okay. I like how the code almost says the word astute at the start of it. Okay. Well, we got 2 matches to win. So let's try 1 and 1. First off, gotta remember how to add. Okay, here we go. Let's see. For Stewie. 422 B C 7 Y. Oh, it's for suit. My mistake. There it is. But before I actually do that, we're gonna go to Wattenmere. There's Wattenmere. Here's Wattenmere. Okay, so here's the idea of Wattenmere. I forego the True Nose and instead wield 1 earshot. The advantage of this is 1, I have an earshot. And 2, I have a fist. This gives me a brand new, never before seen approach option, where I punch to go forward really fast, and then ET. Now, I doubt I will win, because I am not as good at Wattenmere as I am with Tidewater. But, observe. Oh!
50%.
Oh! Then we go for something like that if they're on the ground, and we win. So yeah, that's the idea of Wattenmere. It's probably unoptimized. The earshot may be overkill. I should pick something else. But it does have a thing that works about it. It does have something creative about it. I'm like going in for grandiose shenanigans. Yeah, and that's what happens when it doesn't work. Pretty technical. Hello. I thought the punch would have staggered them. It wasn't enough. But yeah, that's Wattenmere. Once I finish designing Wattenmere, I should give it like a proper paint job. I want something that's a little more like sea green instead of blue. I think it's just because I'm more comfortable with the idea of I'm melee canceling forward with one side and then using the ET as the result on the other. Because I don't know if I have that speed. And I think I prefer melee canceling into the ET instead. Alright, let's alternate to... Oh, wrong button. There we are. Okay, what do we got here? Laser, shotgun, the whip, and then I think there's a spaghetti missiles. 2 spaghetti missiles. Alright, run it through me. What's the game plan here? Interesting. So I suspect I'm going to be using charged laser thing then. Then what's the plan with the missiles? Just shoot them eventually? Oh. I think I'm seeing that, that neutral there. Oh! I don't know why this is my opinion, but this thing kind of runs buttery smooth. It's weird that this feels like I'm almost flipping. It's slippery. Interesting. Started going tidewatery there for a second.
AP at 50%.
Wow. I feel like I've learned. They had the shield launcher. I didn't even know. I didn't even know they have the shield launcher. For someone who's already fighting in close range, this is a very slippery... Just like gliding. I mean, I guess that's the entire point of all of the Tetras, but... In that fight, it really felt it. I'm fighting another with this. Hopefully I find somebody who's a bit more kitey so I can see the weaknesses of this, theoretically. Is there like a intentional approach plan? Do I just hover slowly forward? Do I assault boost? Do I do that like quick boost water strider thing? Or do I just go? Or I guess I just shoot them with the laser cannon by distance. And missiles would make them want to come closer, I guess. Okay, this person seems sufficiently ranged. Coincidentally, it's the same opponent as last time. Speaking of defense, I can do this. Your attacks can't hit me now. I technically have a shield. I overheated the shotgun, but I think it worked well. What does charging the Auroras do? Oh, they don't do anything. For some reason, I had this impression that I could charge the Auroras. Oh, they're getting good use out of that shield. So you really just want to only charge with this then?
AP at 50%.
Maybe if I stagger the Auroras, I can do more oppression
AP
over time.
30%.
I see, I see. So the Auroras are just supposed to be like the coincidental salvo as I rush in more. Okay. I'll try that. I'm learning. I beat the arena as every individual preset in Armored Core 6, and I'm still learning. That's good. Sorry, those ads. Those unfortunately happen every hour. Okay, this person seems like they're going to be at range. So a good test for aggressively closing. Back here, you. Those weren't even locked on. I fired them early.
AP at 50%. AP at 30%.
Okay, that clearly did not go well for me. 2, 3, 5, 7 stab. What is the secret combination you are telling me? Is that like 2, 3, 5? Like do that? Like is this fighting game move notation? Ow. Much better. Oh, you have a shield. I'm not used to having a shield.
AP at 50%. AP at 30%.
I lost. Oh. $2,357 same type attack bonus? Okay. Oh, stability. Okay. Got it. Sorry, we're dealing with... Look. I'm dealing with a tentacruel here. I feel like using a water type move would help. We get 1.5 times damage for that. Okay, I'm gonna go back to Wattenmere for a second, because I do want to try out some other configuration. Like maybe if we ditch the earshot, we can get a somewhat bulkier frame. I would love to go back to the Albas, but naturally I'm overburdened with them. Earshot, or some other... We could do the 5-pip. Wait, okay. It's obviously not as powerful, but I might be able to use it for situations that aren't a stagger punish more often. I could invest in shield technology. We could do that shield idea. In that case, it would be... Well, no, if I did the shield, I would lose the ET, and I can't lose the ET. You want the 6-cell missile? Like this one? Launcher hand, ET throw other hand, then this is the sustain, you're saying. What about the internals? I do want a melee-oriented booster because I like using that punch to get in close. I think the Flugels are a decent option. We could also go for the PO4. It's kind of like the Flugels, but different. we have the weight for that? 7165 versus 8200. Both work. My FCS is perhaps... Why did I pick this FCS? Why did I pick this FCS? Did I pick it because it's light? Did I pick it because I wanted the earshot? Yeah. What's that P10 single? Wait, why would I use... I mean, I guess I don't need much aim. I'd like to at least use, like, the Talbot. Sure, I'll get Mega Missile Lock, but the thing I'm waiting on for the missiles is just them reloading. I can wait. The arms... Okay, so the arms, I think, may have just been because they're lightweight. Especially because I'm looking at other arms and they're not really helping. If I could go to the Noct, I'd like to go to the Noct. Though, they are actually reasonably bulky. Maybe I just take them for the AP? Let's just sort by weight. Jailbreak, Blammergar, Alba, Basho, 46D. You get more defense, but they all lose out on AP. I might just want to stick to the Bashos. Melander's the cutoff. Melander C3! Slightly lower AP, but better defense overall. Firearm specialization improves so I can hit the bazooka. I'll take it. Maybe I used Melander C... Melander C3 is what I used to use on Tidewater. Like back in version 3.0 or 2.0 or so. Let's try it. I'm gonna psychologically be primed to still be using it as if I have the earshot. I will try and fix that. How the heck do you get under 4K? Under 40K? It seems like you would have zero options. Okay. I've seen this pistol double laser cannon thing a lot today. Which is to say I've seen it more than once. You really just want me to get rid of the fist, but the fist is the entire reason this isn't Tidewater. Like, if I were getting rid of the fist, I would just remake Tidewater. I miss having, like, a stagger punish. That'll work. That most certainly works! Why did I punch there? I'm losing now. I've lost now. No. It's... Tidewater's my main AC. It's like this, it's the one we've had this whole time. If you're wondering why I named it Tidewater, it's a train line. I name all my ACs after trains or trains lines, usually. I don't know if I'm a fan of the missiles. Yeah, I miss having... Okay. I suppose you're right. I can just punch 3 times and then leave. Okay, quick rundown of my AC. This is my pride and joy Tidewater. It's got stuff in it. Oh wait, no, Joyce Guard has been obsoleted. Really? Really? You want me to... Those needles are like my entire thing! Okay, the ET is my entire thing, but... Here's something I will try right now, though. Because I do need practice with it. I will try a shield. Which one of these is the diamond-shaped one? No, no. Which one of these is the diamond one? Okay, the buckler's the diamond one. Okay. I would like to know what it feels like to have a shield. It's fine, it's fine. Maybe this will make me survive longer so I can hit them more times. Oh, you're right, I should... Right, I completely forgot about the videos. Oh well, we'll learn what shield this is on the job. Nah, I can matchmake cancel. Alright, give me the video. Play it. This is the diamond one. Okay. I don't know why I have it in my mind that the diamond one is a reasonably good one for me to use. I think its thing is that its initial guard is good, lasts for a short amount of time, but more than others. Look, you want to know what Tidewater used to have instead of the Majestic? It used to have the Haldeman shotgun. That's where I'm coming from. This is meant to be a close-range brawler. I just increased the range that I was brawling at slowly over time. I don't know if this person's going to be doing any, like, major heavy shots at me, so maybe this was a... Then why are you using missiles? Use the shield at all. I did not use the shield that well. No, I was just congratulating myself. I'm just saying, yeah, I remembered to use it.
AP at 50%. AP at 30%.
Where are they going? As if I left the battlefield? Darn, okay. This is true. All I'm projecting is a shield. How about we split the difference and then swap out the true nose for... I don't know, the javelin? I do not feel secure in this modified Tidewater. I feel unsafe. I feel danger. Doesn't help that I keep going into pitched combat. Doesn't help that I'm going against the same person who doesn't have any beep weapons. At least I have a different missile now. I miss having the Trinos. I miss having a fourth weapon. Okay, I lost to the shield. I lost to the terminal. Okay. What you want is this. You want this to happen. Well, at least I have a very consistent scenario to test it on. It's just the same opponent over and over again. I'm slower now. I'm slower now. I dodged. Okay, I don't know what this is teaching me other than having 4 weapons lets you hit more. I mean, I do agree that just the bazooka and ET is a functional 2-piece death kit. Alright, I will concede I was able to do something there, but I think it was mostly by merit of me not having a shield. I will concede I was able to shoot a lot of missiles because they reload pretty fast, and I'm not used to having such a fast reloading weapon on Tidewater. I do think you have given me consistency at the cost of, like, raw output strength. Wow, someone else. That is the tragic trade-off, huh? I think I value fun more than W's overall, though, so I don't think I will stick with this, but maybe this will be a test bed for me to learn how to like missiles. Because it's almost kind of revived my ability to be at close range for long periods of time. Something I initially lost when I swapped out the shotgun for the Majestic. I can keep hitting. Maybe I go 1-6L1 true now, because I don't know if the Javelins are doing Javelin things. It's hard to tell, really. When you just let your missiles go off to school, you just have to hope they're doing good. It's like being a responsible parent, I assume. How did that hit? Okay, that was a... That was interesting. Final engagement. Nine times 16 health remaining. Which is to just say 12 squared. Okay. Weird, unworkable compromise that I'm doing anything. Put back the tie, the Truno. What? Yes, it is. Because 12 is 3 times 4. 12 squared is 3 times 3 times 4 times 4. 3 squared is 9, 4 squared is 16. That's the numbers. Do not gaslight me on the numbers. Yeah, 12 squared is 144, and 9 times 16 is also 144. Look, you can gaslight me on the Trunos, but don't gaslight me on the numbers. This was some prime factorization I did to get that to work. Thank you, Automod. You have dodged an insult for me. Uh-oh.
AP at 30%.
They got bamboozled. How am I gonna ban him? He didn't say anything. Came down to who shot first. Probably not. Very good shield.
AP at 30%.
Yeah, no. All right, time to round it out with what I do. Tied it. I'm back! Oh, I think you were the one doing the kite thing earlier. You've swapped to a Tetra, interesting. Neat. Let's do this. Still got a shield? Uncertain. Good. Okay, so if 117 is prime, you know that 11 squared is 121, so you divide 117 by 2, 3, 5, 7, 11. It's not divisible by the primes before the squared prime, the number is prime. That makes complete sense, actually. After all, if you're just doing every single factorization possible up to that point, you can really just stop at the square root of the target number. Cool. And we're back to the promotion phase, which I will not be doing. One was enough. That makes sense, that makes sense. I usually see it written as you don't have to check any of the primes before the square root of the target number, but that's another way of doing it, and it is correct. So, with this educational math lesson, I'm gonna go and prepare the RFC thing. I guess I could just do that now if I want to just start running the lobby. Let's see how to do it. Welcome to Welcome to behind the scenes on how I set up the RFC lobby. Step 1 is change my name to Rubicon Fight Club, because I gotta. What the heck, Acela? You just showed up. Hi, Acela. I have questions for you, by the way. Well, congratulations on being at work. No, they're normal questions. One, I need to know, like, horse terminology so I can pretend to sound like a horse race commentator. Because I was doing a thing where I was doing a commentary joke several hours ago, and I need to follow up on that. The second thing I wanted to ask is, generally, if you have any advice in getting into the, like, commentator field career at all. But I guess that's more of a general later question. Right now, I'm switching from this to the RFC lobby, which means we won't be able to VC later because of how the audio works. Okay, switched my name. Swap to LobbyBot 1.2. Hey. Oh, you mean like the horse noise? Got it. Okay, so there's the RFC AC. It's just a Basha with double Ludlows for some reason. It was like the lowest common denominator of thing I could make that could beat the final boss. I miss you too. Unfortunately, it's going to be difficult to VC until the RFC lobby is closed, which will be like late Saturday for you. Okay, did that. We go to the nest. Let's hold on the menu here, create room, set to 8 players, match 4-night single, time limit is 10 because we're the RFC. Member locked, access keyword open, get ready to create. It is a technical issue. It's because I route all of my audio through OBS so that my audio is consistent everywhere. Which means that if the lobby is running and the stream is running, I can't talk in any VC ever because it will come out on the stream. And I ain't messing with it. Okay, so... I mean, I guess I could use a separate device, but I'd have to go to the separate device. That's like a thing. Okay, ignoring that. Oh, I think you're right. Hold on. I need to test something. Because I think I know how to do that. All right, I'm about to start saying things. Tell me if you can hear me. Can you hear me now? Like, immediately right now, everything else going on. Right now, I should be audible to you, but not my recording of the stream. Next test, I'm back. Audio has been restored to its normal settings. So it seems that if I turn off track 1, I will not be heard on stream. But because you could still hear, like, you could visually observe me moving, it means that the audio monitor is still outputting. So the way to do this is to disable, well, what is for me, tracks 1 and 2. I have tracks set up. Like, me talking is on 2, game audio is on 3, Discord is on 4, background music's on 5, and incidentals is, I think, also on 5. I'm tracked for it. Because if I want to edit stuff, I want to have the most options for editing it well. It's for the videos, you know? If I make some dramatic speech and the game music's in the background, that's not going to sound good. It's just organized. Okay, so that means I can just sort of talk on VCs with that off. So that's good. Doesn't matter right now. Okay, on to the next thing. I need to set up the Fight Club bot. Actually, it's been running this whole time. Now I need to activate the OBS input to the bot. OBS is the bot's eyes and ears. Turn on RFC settings. RFC settings are ready. Okay, if you're hearing me in the YouTube VOD, this is going to be signing off from the exception stream part of this and going into the RFC part of this. I turned on the bot and that made it pause the recording. My bad. Can't really do a proper outro because I'm about to do RFC stuff and I can't go to my end screen. So I guess I'll just casually say that I am exception, this isn't TV, have a good day and good night. But if you're sticking around for RFC stuff, don't go anywhere. We're about to do RFC stuff.